So, good evening to fellow Toastmasters and my dear guests. So, welcome to the 170th meeting of Chalk and Duster Toastmaster Club. I am Tanisha, your surgeon at arms for today's meeting, and it's an honor to be the first speaker for today. So, let's take a moment to remind ourselves for our club's mission to create a positive and supportive space where members are empowered to grow their communication and leadership skills, leading to increased confidence and also personal growth. So, before we dive into today's session, I kindly ask that you silence your cell phones and minimize distractions. Thank you. Please refrain from any side conversations during the meeting and try to avoid entering or leaving the meeting during the table topic sessions and other now let's get started and give and welcome our presiding officer Toastmaster Gaurav. So Toastmaster Gaurav, the stage is all yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster Tanisha, and I really appreciate the energy with which you have opened the meeting. It is really awesome, and a good start means a good end. Nevertheless, as a presiding officer for today's meeting, I officially open this meeting number 170 as open, and I am very excited with it today's theme because this theme, which states that chasing profession, not perfection, is something we continuously think over it, whether we should do it perfectly or whether we should uh, cha- do continue the path of improvement as well. But nevertheless, it is a very interesting topic, and definitely Toastmaster Tanisha for TMOD of the day, Toastmaster Tanisha will help us with lot of new concepts, lot of new understanding, and we hopeful for a good meeting. As a presiding officer, I see couple of guests. Hi, Mr. Ashok. Welcome to our club.
Thank
Can you
you.
can you please switch on your camera? Okay.
Yeah, I'm just bringing my tripod. I'm setting the my.
no, that's fine. So so you're joining this meeting for the first time. Can you briefly introduce
Yeah,
yourself?
no, it's not the first time. I think I remember this is my second time when I joined this meeting, and today, luckily, I opened the WhatsApp and found the meeting link. I completely forgot it. Sorry for that. And I love to join. And I have noted it down that every Saturday I have to join the meeting at 8:30, 8 o'clock, 8 to 9:30. I have noted it down.
Yeah, that's right. Being consistent is the first key for self improvement. So whatever
Yes,
case, if the case may be, sh- as our DTM always say, showing up is more important. So
yeah,
if you have
definitely.
turned up, so that means you have the energy for self improvement, and that is the biggest thing one need to have to get the perfection we are expecting in our professional as well as in the personal life. And
Yes,
nevertheless, I
yes.
will not take much of the time because I'm very excited. I am very excited with today's theme, and with this, I would request TMOD, our very energetic TMOD, Toastmaster Tanisha, for taking session forward.
So thank you
Toastmaster
Uh,
so much.
Tanisha, over to you.
Okay, so thank you so much, Toastmaster Gaurav, for giving me again the opportunity of speaking. So, good evening to fellow Toastmasters and my dear guests. Today, we will start with a new theme, with a new journey, and with a new thoughts. And before digging into the new in this topic, I want to share a personal moment with you. When I was preparing for today's role, as the TMOD of the day, I spend an hour for thinking, what should I say? How can I deliver a perfect speech that leaves a mark? And then I paused and smiled because here I was falling into the exact trap I wanted to talk about, which is perfection. So let me ask you all, how many of you have ever hesitated to start something new? So let's start with the DTM1. So DTM1, have you ever hesitated to start something new? If yes, then why?
That's a great question, actually. Did I start something new? Yes. Today, this is new. Okay. Before I joined this meeting, I have a friend here in our town who is also from India. So very close friend. His name is Krishan, right? So Krishan owns a business, a restaurant business here in our community. And what would we do today? We start something new. 6:15 in the morning in a cold weather, we walk. We took like 5 rounds in a big pan. In a, so it's imagine it like a big lake or pan, and we walk for 5 rounds. Now, what's the purpose of that walk? Well, when you walk early in the morning, it's not just only an exercise, but it promotes mental clarity, right? When you walk, that's where you become energize your body and also your mind, and also the good conversation between us, the life, business, personal, passion, everything. Meditation, we talk about meditation, reading books. So that's something new today. I started it with him. This is the first time I walk with somebody. I do usually walking, right, to exercise, meditation, and everything. But this is something new. And we intend to do this for probably, hopefully, and it's winter time here, it's winter time, it's cold, right? Walking over there in a pan, in a lake, doing 5 rounds, 5 laps. So even it's cold, I'm re-energized. I have a mental clarity. I think well, so that's something new. Walk with a friend early in the morning, 6:15 in the morning. So, over to you.
So thank you so much, Juan, for sharing your views over this topic. So now I would like to ask Ashok. So the same question goes to you. Have you ever feeling hesitated to start something new or not?
Well, in my career, I never hesitated for anything. If I don't know anything, I don't be hesitant to ask to someone who can really help me out. And I'm easygoing and I'm very friendly, and I love to talk with people. And on top of that, when the people are a stranger to me, I love to talk to them. So in this way, you can say that I'm extrovert. And though I'm a teacher, I teach mathematics. So I'm very practical and logical as well. So I love to talk logically, not typically. So in that way, I'm not introvert, I'm extrovert, and I love to talk to people. And more, I love to talk to those kind of people who are like-minded, and that is why I joined Toastmaster. And initially, I was not much aware about the Toastmaster meeting. I thought of that it was only the platform where English speakers are found. But after going there, I found and I realized that it is more than that, and everyone must learn about it. So that is my opinion.
So thank you so much, guest Ashok, for joining today's meeting and for giving your contribution to this question. Now, I
Thank
would like to ask the same question for Gaurav. So, Gaurav, do you ever feel hesitated for starting something new? Or if it yes, then why?
Uh, Good one, Toastmaster Tanisha. And I suppose, as a human tendency, whenever there is change, you have some reservation to it, right? So whenever I think I have taken a lot of chances or a lot of new initiatives by myself, but if there are also cases wherein I was reluctant to accept all those challenges. So it is a mixed bag for me, wherein something which I like, I have taken a lot of risk in that field, and something in which where I could feel that I was not comfortable, or something was not giving me a positive vibe in that. So I was reluctant for that change management. But nevertheless, I think it is a human tendency as well. Whenever uh, we want to change, so there is a resistance that comes. So, but you have, in order to improve ourselves, we have to overcome that resistance. So that was my thought on this topic. But yeah, I think a good one to introspect in terms of the self initiative, what one can take to improve ourselves. Back to you, Toastmaster Tanisha.
So, thank you so much, Gaurav, for sharing your wonderful views with every one of us. So, now my second question. So, how many of you have been too hard on yourself, thinking it is not perfect? And this question is for everyone. I will again repeat. How many of you have been too hard on yourself, thinking it is not perfect? So, anyone who wants to answer it?
Obviously, I think multiple times it has happened that we expect a lot from ourselves, but in reality, when the things happen, they don't go as per our wish. So that creates a lot of friction in terms of what you have perceived versus what you have achieved, right? So that means something that was planned could not be delivered. So there are multiple times wherein the planned result was not achieved, and that was basically because of the failure of the planning, and not able to plan properly was something which shows as a failure. Maybe at a professional level, it shows as a failure that you are not able to plan for the basic thing. So I think it is important that you plan, you execute, and you deliver. So if you have that combination of these three, so automatically you, the perfection what you are trying to achieve, you will end up near to it. But if the planning is not that perfect, automatically the perfection level will be much less, or maybe below the acceptable threshold that can be there. So I think perfection is myth, but the way it is to be executed is the reality. Back to you, Toastmaster Tanisha.
So, thank you so much, Toastmaster Gaurav, for sharing your views. Next, I would like to call Toast DTM1. So, DTM1, so what are your thoughts on being hard on yourself and thinking it is not perfect? So, over to you, Toast DTM1.
Yeah, many times in our life, me personally, I've been hard to myself too, and that's not work for me. It happens in the past, and that is one thing that I personally trying to overcome, not being hard on yourself. When you're being hard on yourself, then the end result is this. You will not show up, you will not deliver. And as what Toastmaster Gurab said, it's difficult to execute. And once you can execute, then achieving progress or probably achieving perfection is far from reality because of that no delivery or no execution. So I've been so hard in myself. One thing that I've been hard to myself is lately, and this is recurring, right? I really wanted to start something new in my life, like starting into a business. I'm not yet into a business, but for me, I find it very very difficult to start. Like it's a challenge, right? So that is something that I'm now trying to learn not to be too hard. So that's why I mentioned to you a while ago why I did this. I have hesitant to start this walking early in the morning in a winter time, right? But the benefit is I'm agitated today, but the benefit is you learn from something from others who already started something new. Like they started business, so you learn from them. You will not only learn through books, right? Books will help you, right? Like right now, I'm have this book of Donald Trump and Robert Kiyosaki. Why we want you to be rich? Probably I haven't read it yet, but I mean, uh, we are agitated on starting something new, and that makes us hard on ourselves, right? We think that it's not for me, but that hesitation, agitation, and being hard on yourself, it's difficult to achieve something. So the most important here is you start. Once you start, then you achieve more. Start small, as I always love to say, start small, you achieve more, and probably that agitation, that having trouble or something, that mindset that, oh, that's not for me, that's not perfect, it's not perfect. Eventually, it will switch you. So start little probably. And that's what I'm doing right now. I have agitation, I have that having trouble or to start something new, but always, right? Start little by little, and then the delivery and execution will come soon. Thank you. You're muted, I think.
Tanisha, you're on mute, please.
Okay. So thank you. So now I would like to call Satya. Yes, Satya. So Satya, am I audible to you?
Yeah, I can hear you, but I'm in a bus, so I think my voice will not be that clear, but I can hear you clear and loudly.
Okay. So Satya, so today we are discussing about the topic that which is chasing progress, not perfection. And we have a question that how many of you have been hard on yourself thinking it is not perfect? So
Pardon, can you repeat your question again?
okay, I will again repeat it. So how many of you have been too hard on yourself thinking it is not perfect?
I don't know about many, but for me, um I sincerely try for perfection for a very long time, till I make a sincere effort to focus on progress rather than perfection. Okay, so perfection, as per me, with the new belief, is a myth. It's a it's a kind of mirage, which is never achievable. So rather focus on momentum and speed to reach a goal than perfection.
Okay, so thank you so much, Satya, for answering our question. So now I would like to. So, Ashok, I want to know your opinion. You are raising your hand. So do you ever hard on yourself thinking it's not perfect? Um,
Ashok,
you
you're on
please
mute.
please mute. Yeah.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So, in my opinion, perfection is just like a mirage. When we come closer, it moves farther. So, I experienced once I tried very hard to improve my communication skill, and I started my uh, language learning in sixth standard when I was 12 years old. I remember, and that time I started learning ABCD. And thereafter, when I moved to Delhi for higher education, I realized they all are perfect in communicating this in this language. I find myself nowhere, but I had to survive there because all the books were in English medium, and my English was not that much good. So I decided to learn, and I tried hard. After few years associating with the students who are already doing well, I learned there, and still I'm working on it, and I'm very passionate about to learn this language. And I joined Toastmaster to improve my English as well. And this is more than that. And today I think that I'm far better than before, but still I'm craving. And I don't think that I have learned that much I require. So it is not the way that we are going to chase something which is imaginary, which is fanatic, uh, which is not exist. That is perfection. And sometimes I try my level best, but I become very dissatisfied, discontented, thinking that the place where I want to be, it is not the right place. And in my opinion, it is a kind of a satisfaction, and we can choose the path of success, but can't achieve that success is the last destination. It can be considered only the journey of the life, and we have to find the happiness in the pursuit of journey. Thank you.
So thank you so much, guest Ashok, for sharing your enriching experiences with us. So let's continue with today's topic. So look around. You are not alone. I have been there. You have been there. And that's exactly why this topic is so close to my heart. Chasing progress, not perfection. A personal story, overcoming the perfection trap. So let me take you back to a moment I will never forget. My very first speech at Toastmasters. I walked in with a big dream to stand tall, speak flawlessly, and leave the audience spellbound. In my head, I imagined delivering the perfect speech, smooth, confident, and inspiring. But really, well, it didn't quite match the dream. I stumbled on my words. My voice was shook, and I even forget a line. As I sat down, I thought on myself that was a disaster. But then something unexpected happened. My evaluator smiled at me and said, "Congratulations, you did it. You took it the first step." And in that moment, I realized something powerful. Perfection didn't matter, but progress did. That speech wasn't perfect, but it was a beginning. It was the first step towards becoming a better speaker. And without that shaky and imperfect start, I wouldn't be here today, standing in front of all of you sharing this story. So now I would like to ask some little bit of interactive question. So first, is progress better than perfection? Anyone who wants to give quick answer?
Obviously, yes, because the perfection has no definition, right? But progress is something which leads the way to the perfection. So it's always better because perfection is 100, but it is important that from 0 to 100, how do you reach and how do you measure that as well? So that is the importance of the progress. So perfection means 100, but progress means 0 to 99. So obviously 0 to 99 is more than a single digit. So that's why progress is more important than perfection.
So thank you so much, Toastmaster Gaurav, for such calculative and mathematical answer. Just
Absolutely.
so next, I would like to ask this question to DTM1. So DTM1, what is more important, progress or results?
Well, we always aim for result, right? That's our main motivation is to get that result, right? But again, when you go for result, are you actually going for the result or are you actually going for the perfection, right? Well, the greatest drive to get that result is of course the progress, right? When progress over perfection, it allows us to take action towards our goals. When you have that progress, it gives you that confidence to achieve your goal, right? You learn from your mistake, you improve because of that mistake, and you stay motivated and you enjoy the process. So the benefit of having a progress is you enjoy the process and confidently achieving your goal and the result. So based on your question, what is important, the progress or result? I will say progress is always important over anything else because when you go for that result immediately and there's no process and everything takes process, it's a step by step working on your goal. Let's say exercise, starting a business, reading a book, right? There's a step, and that step, the very first step, is showing up, doing it, like in a Toastmaster meeting, right? You want a result, okay? You want to be a better speaker. That's your result. But are you showing up? Are you making progress? Because if you did not show up, there's no progress, then it's difficult to achieve that result. So always important is the progress.
Just a bit. So thank you so much, DTM1, for sharing your views. Next, I would like to ask guest Ashok. So, guest Ashok, can perfection ever be achieved or not?
Mhm.
Over to you.
Okay, thank you. As we have seen that perfection is a mirage and the things which is not existing, how can we chase them? One thing I must say that perfection is not, it is just like dots that we have to join in a sequence that makes us a little bit progressive. And this is the result sometime which motivate us and enforce us to do something which is achievable. So perfection, it is not achievable, so we can't reach there. But one thing we can do, that is progress. And progress is just like a dotted line. We have to do it step by step, one after another, and then we can draw a line. And the line is the progress, not just like the line is a roadmap, not the destination. Over to you.
So thank you so much, guest Ashok, for your wonderful contribution to this answer. So now I would like to ask the last question from this segment. So Satya, what does progress mean to you?
Mm, Progress means life. That means if the one of the core purpose of life is um, to exist and nourish and grow. Okay? Everything improves in due course of time. So if you are not progressing, you are not standing there. You are in fact going backward because everything around us is progressing. So progress is basically the prime requirement of survival. If we want to stay alive, stay contextual, we have to move forward in multiple arenas in our life. That's
Okay.
my take on it.
So thank you so much, guest Satya, for sharing your views with us. So before we dive into today's exciting meeting, let's hear from our general evaluator, DTM1. Just like today's theme, chasing progress, not perfection, he is here to guide us, helping us focus on improving step by step. DTM1, over to you to share your evaluation guidelines and shows us how we can progress and grow together. So over to you, DTM1.
Thank you, our Toastmaster of the day, Tanisha. As your general evaluator, I will give my report later on for the general evaluation of our meeting. But before I can do that, general evaluation, there is one team that will help me. So we have our, looking at our agenda right now. Do we have a timer? Who will be our timer? We will,
Gaurav.
and we will, Gaurav is our timer. Then please introduce your role. What's your role for today? Over to you.
Thank you, General Director One. So today I am performing the responsibility of timer, and as a timer, it is important that we start the meeting on time, and it is also important that we end the meeting on time as well. Right. With respect to today's meeting, we have the table topic session, and the time allocated for the table topics is 1 to 2 minutes. So, at the end of 1 minute, I will turn my virtual background to green. At the end of 1 minute 30 seconds, I will turn my virtual background to yellow. And at the end of 2 minutes, I will turn my virtual background as red. And a grace period of 30 seconds is allocated to all the speakers. Beyond that, if the speech extends, it will be not qualified for today's voting. So that was all from the timers report from my side, Toastmaster. I hand it back to you, DTM one. Back to you.
Thank you very much for explaining the role and particularly explaining the purpose of the wall background like the green, yellow, and the red. Moving on, another part, important member of the team in our evaluation, and this team is what we call the tag team, which stands for timer, counter in grammarian. So please help me here. is somebody stepping up for the role of accounter in grammarian?
Hi, TMOD. I can be, but as I just texted that I am traveling, so please pardon me if there is any glitches, but I love to participate as an accountant today with your permission.
Okay, for sure. Definitely, please step up because in general evaluation, these are the most important actually for me, the tag team rather than the general evaluator himself. So yeah, Toastmaster Satya, please help us in the counter, and if you can also have the grammarian role, then are there any
Yeah,
others for the
if,
grammarian
if
role, or we can
I
combine
can,
that role?
I can be both grammarian and accountant. Um, wish me luck if
Thank you.
during the meeting I have that network.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, having said that, we have our tag team. Let's continue, and I will return control to our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Tanisha.
So thank you so much, DTM1, for beautifully crafting the roles at end of the movement. So today we have only. Am I audible? Okay. So today meeting is thoughtfully designed to help us to focus on progress, not perfection. So with two key segments for today's agenda is marathon table topic and the second one is the journal evaluation. All right, it's time to switch things up and dive into the most exciting part of our meeting, which is table topics. So, this is where spontaneity shines and we get to challenge ourselves in the meeting. And what better way to connect it by today's topic, which is chasing progress, not perfection. I am thrilled to introduce our table topic master for today, which is none other than me. And I am ready to inspire all of us to embrace progress and even in unexpected situation and to show us that it's okay to not to be perfect in the process. So without wasting any further time, so let's digging into today's table topic segment. So do you know why we have the table topic session in our Toastmaster meeting? Anyone?
Help us improve with respect to impromptu speaking, arranging thoughts, and delivering thereupon.
Okay. So anyone? Ashok, DTM1 or Satya?
It's a impromptu session where speakers can think spontaneously and can deliver their speeches without any planned way, and they have to craft their points and ideas and make them arrangement in a very quick time so that they could develop their thinking process and delivering time. So this is very
So,
exciting and very challenging as well. And it is very terrific for me sometimes. Yeah. And
okay.
this is
So,
important. Yeah. Mm.
please
This is
continue. Please continue.
important. Yeah, this is important in Toastmaster meeting that we can develop our impromptu speaking and we can think randomly without any plan. And it is very important to improve our communication skill. So, in my opinion, it is important to have in Toastmaster meeting, the impromptu session.
So, thank you so much, guest Ashok. So, without any further delay, so are you ready for today's marathon table topic session? So, anyone who
Yes.
wants to volunteer, or I will pick it by myself. Anyone? So, okay, I will pick it by myself. So, my first question is for DTM1. So, DTM1, how do you define a small win in your life? I repeat my question. How do you define a small win in your life? Over to you.
When we say small win, particularly personally me, small win in my life, small win is something that anything that I achieve that gives me confidence to do it over and over and over again, right? Small win is something that we should not neglect. Small win is something that we should celebrate in our daily life, right? Imagine yourself, just imagine if you're not winning. Are you staying motivated? For sure, it's not, right? So that is the importance of celebrating a small win. It's because that is something that gives us motivation to strive harder. Small win for me, my definition is when I started something new, like today, I walk with a friend, then that's a small win because that is something that I will look forward. And that is the most important in our life is looking forward, right? What's next for me? What's in it for me? And what's the value? So that small win means a lot. It means a lot. It's because it keeps me motivated. The drive is there. And a small win is like a fuel that will help me to continue my journey. Small win is like a fuel that will enhance that drive to strive harder, strive for progress, and at the end of the day, strive to get result. So small win is very important. My definition of small win, I celebrate it. Over to you.
So, thank you so much, DTM1, for enriching, thoughtful contribution to this answer. So, next, I would like to call guest Ashok. So, guest Ashok, are you ready for taking up the next question?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. So, how do you motivate yourself to take the first step? I repeat my question. How do you motivate yourself to take the first step? Over to you.
Yeah, I have read in some books that it, well begun is half done. And when it began, that means it is very difficult to take the first step. If we want to achieve something in our life, the first step, which is very difficult, will be taken seriously. And I remember one of my friends, he never decided to be a smoker, and he first step took with his friend the first cigarette, and he took it for only for fun. And today he is a chain smoker and he can't live without the smoking cigarette. This lesson gives us an idea that if we want to achieve something, we have to take the initiative. We should not be excusitis. We have many excuses not to done, but we have sure and shortcut method, and that is only to take the first step. I take my step and I keep myself motivated to keep the end result. And what would be the end result? The end result is that progress I'm going to make during the journey. The journey, the journey is very important for me. because I enjoy the journey. And when I enjoy the journey and I have set out on the path of success, I will definitely achieve and I will definitely be there, the place where I wanted to be. Thank you. Over to you.
So thank you so much, guest Ashok, for your wonderful answer. So next, I would like to call DTM Shrikant. So let's welcome DTM Shrikant.
Yeah.
And
Good
DTM
evening.
Shrikant.
Good evening from
uh,
Kerala this time,
Yeah, good
Good
evening.
my
Good
evening.
evening, sir.
hometown.
Welcome.
So happy to see
Very
all
good
of
evening.
you. It's a beautiful evening here in Kerala. We are doing a temperature of about 21 degrees with mild rainfall and very cool. And it's a very pleasant evening here in my hometown. Please go ahead. Nice meeting all of you all.
So thank you so much. And we all welcome DTM Shrikant for attending to this meeting. So DTM Shrikant, are you ready for taking up the next question?
Yeah, please
Okay.
go ahead.
So what? Thank you so much. So what is the one habit that helps you to chase the progress?
Thank you very much. It's a very sentimental question to me. It was during the year 2014 when I was diagnosed with hyperthyroidism. And after the couple of tests that was done, there was a few blood tests and a scan was done. The doctor who was treating me for that, he said, Shrikant, I have to say something very concerning about your thyroid progress. I don't think medication would be able to help you to bring this under control. We need to do a surgery to remove the thyroid. And that was, I was taken aback because being a public speaker, the greatest asset that I feel that I own and have is my voice. What if I lose my voice? Believe me, I never allowed those words spoken by the doctor to decide what my progress would be. And I started having this habit of self affirmation. I kept saying to myself that I am not going to allow, nor do I go under the scalpel of a surgeon. And almost a year later, with a few medications, when I did the test again, the doctor who said surgery was inevitable was taken aback with the progress that I had made, and my thyroid went back to normalcy. So this is one habit that I really feel that each one of us have within ourselves to manifest and to bring the life or the changes or whatever that we want to accomplish is always lying within you. If I can do, so can you, and so can everybody, because we have that power, we have that energy. All we need is to believe in ourselves and bring it out, and you become a magic and a miracle worker in your life. Thank you very much, and back to you.
So thank you so much, DTM Shrikant, for sharing your wonderful experiences with us. So next, I would like to call um, Toastmaster, none other than Toastmaster Gaurav. So Toastmaster Gaurav, so describe progress in one word. Over to you.
Let me just switch on the timer clock first. Okay. Ha. So Toastmaster Tanisha, a good one because progress cannot be defined in one word. It is an accumulation of multiple things around you and how it has evolved. Right. Suppose if I want to achieve something, it is not alone that I have to make progress. I have to make my improvement. It is the surroundings around me that has to help me to achieve that perfection or that stage what I am envisaging for my life, right? So it is success or achievement is basically the accumulation of all the small achievements that you make. So it cannot happen that you excel in one thing and you achieve something. Ultimately, if you have to achieve something, you have to improve all the dimensions of your life, right? So therefore it is slightly difficult to contain progress is in one word, because it is multidimensional, it is multiverse, and everything has to grow to help you achieve that success level. Back to you, Toastmaster Tanisha. Thank you.
So thank you so much, Toastmaster Gaurav, for sharing your thoughts. So next, I would like to call Toastmaster Satya. So Toastmaster Satya. So, are you ready for taking up the next question?
Yeah, please.
Okay. So, according to you, what is more fun? Is it trying or succeeding? Over to you.
Hmm. So your question is, what is more fun? Is it trying or succeeding?
Or succeeding, yes.
Yeah, as we grow, our perspective on things and situations changes. Um, Initially, it was success, success and success only. But with growing age, I figured out that it's not a very wise way to uh, wise way to consider situations and things, because that one success may be a status or maybe a result will only happen one day. But trying is something which you have to do again and again based on your size of the goal. It its span can long or short, but uh, ultimately, if you keep on trying again and again, you will achieve that status or end result. So it's always wise to uh, associate your fun with trying rather than the success, because that's a one-day affair, and big things are always in long term, in compounding. That's why it's always wise to be in search funds in trying rather than success.
So, thank you so much, Toastmaster Satya, for sharing your views with every one of us. We still have time, so we can start the second segment of table topic. So, my next question. Okay, so my next question is for everyone. Who will raise the hand first will answer the first. So, it is bit twisty kind of a segment. So, what is the best way to stay consistent? Anyone who wants to speak it by their self. What is the best way to stay consistent?
I can try, Tanisha. So I think a good question, because if you want to achieve anything, consistency is the key, right? And to be consistent, it is most important that you recollect your goals, the target that you want to achieve, right? If your goals, if you have the clarity of your goals, automatically that will give you the motivation to stay consistent, right? Like I personally, if I think I want to be consistent in for my evening walks and the morning walks, but I'm still not, because I I don't, because at after some time I generally forget that why I'm doing, right. It is for my physical health, but still it is at the back seat, because I have the priorities in terms of my professional life which I have to address. Therefore, that takes a back seat. So still it it is not that up to that level or up to that achievement level, which gives me motivation to stay consistent for that particular activity. So I think it is important that if we want to stay consistent, we need to have the clarity of thought in my mind that why I am doing it. So that is the most important thing. With this, I hand it back to you, Toastmaster Tanisha. Thank you.
So thank you so much again, Toastmaster Gaurav, for answering the question beautifully and gracefully. So next, I would like to call to DTM1. So DTM1, what is a simple way to track the progress?
What's the simple way to track progress? Of course, there's an option for you tracking your progress through mentally. Another way is probably track your progress by journaling, if you do journaling or writing. Of course, another way of tracking your progress is keep on reflecting, right? Do you reflect on your past achievement, and that achievement is tracking your progress? So that's the three options that I mentioned. Okay, mentally, you use your mind, you remember things or remember, probably journaling, and of course, accumulation of your achievement. Probably you finish level 1, that's an achievement, or you finish one path, that's an achievement. However, for me, among the three that I mentioned, probably the simple way of tracking is this: just enjoy. Just enjoy the process, right? When you enjoy something and then you keep accumulating your achievement. And once you enjoy the process, like for me, I earned my DTM, but now I'm enjoying the process of achieving another DTM. So that's the simple way of tracking my progress or tracking my achievement or whatever result that I gain, is just enjoy it. And as what our founder said, you learn best in the moment of enjoyment, because once there's no enjoyment, then it's difficult to do one thing. So just enjoy whatever you do. Over to you.
So thank you so much, DTM1, for sharing such beautiful tips and tricks with us for enjoying and flourishing our life with these simple tricks and tips. So next, I would like to call the founder of Chalk and Duster Toastmaster Club, is none other than Toastmaster Raj Bharat. So let's welcome him and give a big round of applause. So Raj, so we welcome you, Raj, again. So, so today's so today's table topic segment is based on the topic chasing progress, not perfection, and we are now conducting our table topic segment. So, are you ready for taking up the next question?
Yes.
Okay. So, Raj, how do you handle little setbacks in your life? I repeat my question. How do you handle little setbacks in your life? Over to you.
Okay, it's so challenging. I will always, every time. Give me just a moment, okay? Something is hanged. Okay. Could you please repeat, Tanisha?
Okay, no worries. So, how do you handle little setbacks in your life?
When we start ourselves to work to achieve our goal, it is 100% assure that we are not going to achieve that goal with the process which we thought during a start to achieve that goal. There is certainly a clear picture in our mind to achieve that one, but this does not happen practically. It is like when we proceed with a step, we are able to see the setback or something different which we did not plan, which we did not thought. We rephrase, we redefine the path, the process again. We proceed, and after some time, after some progress, we again see that setback is going to happen, and this is not the way which we thought to achieve the goal. So in such situation, I basically think twice, thrice, multiple times, what can we do different to achieve that goal? So we take time in that moment, during the moment of setback, to analyze the situation at that time, so that we can rephrase it. So thinking, reanalyzing, refocusing, reassuring gives more assurance towards our goal when we face a setback. Thank you.
So thank you so much, Raj, for beautifully answer this question. So next, and it's time for the last question. And next, I would like to call DTM Shrikant. So DTM Shrikant, are you up for taking the last question for today's table topic segment? So DTM Shrikant, are you there? Okay, I can call another one. So I can call, so guest Ashok, are you ready for taking up the next question? I think they are not.
No, Tanisha, I can take.
Okay, so are you ready for taking the last question of this segment?
Yes.
Okay, what is your perfectly imperfect superpower? I repeat my question. What is your perfectly imperfect superpower? Over to you, Toastmaster Gaurav.
I'm just scrambling my head. What is my perfectly imperfect superpower? Right?
Yes.
Okay. Good question, Toastmaster Tanisha, because all the human beings in this world are different and they aspire to achieve different goals, and that goal is the motivation or the energy behind them to transpire the objectives of achieving the goals, right? As far as my personal thoughts are, my personal superpowers is concerned, so I want to stay consistent. If I start something, I want to continue it consistently. So that is one positive attribute what I have observed in myself, which is sort, I can say, sort of a superpower. Uh, but it is not up to that perfection level, because I am doing it, but still why portion needs to get more clarity to it. Why I am doing it. So if something is being done and it becomes part of the routine, we are doing it, we are doing it, we are doing it. But it is also important to recognize and recollect the why portion, that why you are doing that particular activity. So staying consistent is the superpower, and continuously improving on the why part. So that is the improvement that I need to make on my consistency part as well. In the due course of the business, let's not forget that why is important to achieve. With this, I like to hand it back to you, Toastmaster Tanisha. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Gaurav, for again the wonderful answer. So now, all right, it's let's dive into this with a little fun. Today's topic is chasing progress, not perfection, and trust me, it's going to be a game changer. First off, how many of you ever hesitated to try something new because you weren't sure it would be perfect? Be honest. I have done it. We all have. And you know the drill. I will do it when I am ready. I will launch it when it's flawless. Or my favorite one, I will speak up when I have it all figured out. Jokes apart. But here's the truth, perfection doesn't exist. Did you know the 99% of the people who try to be perfect end up by procrastinating or feeling stuck? That's right. Perfectionism can actually paralyze you. But here's the twist, progress is always achievable. Think about this. Did you know Thomas Edison made over 1,000 unsuccessful attempts before inventing the light bulb? He didn't wait for the perfect moment. He kept trying, learning, and improving. And guess what? We are all still benefiting from his progress today. And let's be real, if Edison had waited for a perfect light bulb, we would still be in the dark. It is the same with us. Each small step counts. So let's take an example of learning a new language. When you start, you might mispronounce words, forget grammar rules, and sound a bit silly. But every time you speak, you improve. Progress isn't about perfection, it's about moving forward, and even if it's just one word at a time. So let's get rid of that perfect or nothing mindset. It's progress that makes you grow. Remember, you don't have to be perfect to get started, but you do have to work to make progress. Am I right? Now let's shake off our fears of imperfection and dive into the next topic and the final part of our meeting, which is journal evaluation. So this is where we get to hear some honest and constructive feedback, which help us to grow and improve. And let's give a big warm welcome to our journal evaluator, DTM Vaughn, who will share his valuable insights and guide us on our journey of progress. So, DTM Vaughn, the stage is all yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Tanisha. Now, this is our general evaluation portion wherein we will going to have our report for the general evaluation of the whole meeting. But before we do that, before I will give my general evaluation, I would like to ask the most important part of this segment, the tag team, and we have two helpers. First, of course, is our timer. And I'll give control to our timer. Please do your timing report. Toastmaster Gaurav, over to you.
Thank you, DTM1. So I'll just quickly share my screen, and just let me know once it is there with you all. I'll share my report as well. But I am really loving the meeting today. The theme is very exciting. Hope my screen is visible to all.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, great. So today we have a marathon table topic, and I was able to clock the time for the multiple speakers for today's table topic. So DTM won. In his first table topic, he took 2 minutes 5 seconds, and in his second table topic, he took 1 minute 55 seconds. Guest Ashok in his table topic took 1 minute 55 seconds. DTM Shrikant took 1 minute 47 seconds. I took 1 minute 37, 1 minute 45, and 2 minutes 5 seconds for the table topic. Toastmaster Satya took 1 minute 38 second, and DTM Raj Bharat took 2 minutes 7 seconds on his table topic. So this was the timer report from my side for today. With this, I like to hand it back to you, DTM One. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster
All,
Gaurav, for stepping up.
all the speakers are qualified for the polling for today. Thank you. Back to
And
you.
thank you for that too, for reminding us that all speakers, and that's a good thing in today's table topic marathon. We met the minimum requirement of speaking 1 minute and no one is overtime. So that's a good news. And thank you for that detailed report. Next, I know our counter grammarian is troubling. I hope that's a big challenge on his part, but I hope he will give us a good report. Toastmaster Satya, are you there? Are you ready for your report?
Yes, I am there. Thank you. And thanks God that I am still able to participate and listen to all speakers very clearly. Thank you. Kudos. Uh, Sorry. So actually, switching on my camera can be a challenge. Okay. Still, I'll give it a try. Um, yeah. Thank you. If you can see my face. Um, So first, kudos to the only speaker today who has used the word of the day, Toastmaster TANISHA. Our word of the day was flourishing, and she is, she has used this word of the day once. Thank you, kudos. Let's come to the county report first. Uh, not much of flaws when it comes to our counter report. But yes, there are a few areas where definitely we can have an improvement. Yes, it's not a perfection strive. It's better a strive to be better with every speech we do or every meeting we attend. There are some repeated use of words which are not needed by a few of the speakers, like we are using the filler words like that, right, in many sentences. So could be um, that should be reflected, and we can use the technology which we are blessed with the recordings. So if time permits, the speaker can go through their speeches and observe the verbal, the counter flaws, and the grammatical mistakes. Some speakers have amazing influence, but again, excessive of everything is not so good. So we can definitely consider that and use strategic pauses. Pauses are powerful. There are few in there are few uses of words like and. So these conjunction words are needed, are to be used whenever needed. But again, more than one use of these conjunction words is considered to be a flaw in our counter report. Now let's move to the grammarian report. Yes. Here I can see there are few wrong or incorrect pronunciations, like someone say couch. It's better thought. So we can use the feature of Google Pronounce so that we can actually hear the correct pronunciation of typical words we use. And there are few grammatical errors, like uh, some speaker used a sentence, we would have been in dark, is not so correct. We would have been in darkness, use the correct English. There are some great use of words like concerning, I was taken aback. Some phrases like I was taken aback. Um, Accumulation is a beautiful word. Consistency is the key. Twisty kind of segment. When you begin, you are half done. Perfectly imperfect superpowers. Perfection can be paralyzing. Enjoying the process and just enjoy. So with that, I'll wrap up my grammarian and counter report for the day. Over to you. Um, Hello, generally welcome today. Am I audible?
Yes.
Thank
Thank you
you.
very much for taking up that role and stepping up. Thank you for your two report, the counter and the grammarian. And it's good to know we learned something again today from Toastmasters, such as a report. Moving on, we don't have what do you call this one? We don't have prepared this speech, so we don't have evaluator. And this will be my opportunity to give my general evaluation of the whole meeting. We started a little bit late. That's okay. We started in my time, that's 7:31. So 1 minute late, but that's okay because we're trying to wait for others. But our Toastmaster of the day and our Sergeant at Arms for tonight tried her best to start the meeting on time. So 1 minute is not too bad when we are waiting for others. Also, I would like to say that our Sergeant at Arms, no other than Toastmaster Tanisha, started the meeting with a great energy. So I like your energy when you start the meeting. So great job. And you are also wearing 2 hats or 3 hats for tonight. That is Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster of the Day, and the amazing segment table topic. I would like to acknowledge our presiding officer, Toastmaster Gorab. Thank you for acknowledging the guests and also opening the meeting. And of course, aside from Toastmaster Tanisha opening the meeting, you did a great job on that follow-up / opening the meeting. So thank you for doing the role of presiding officer for tonight. Now going back to Toastmaster Tanisha as Toastmaster of the day, I love all the questions. I like the theme. It's very catchy. I can attest that you prepared well for the team and also all the questions during the start of your segment as Toastmaster of the day. So you give us challenging questions. So indeed, this is a table topic marathon because from the very start, you already ask questions to us and you give us the opportunity to give our views, tell about our experiences and our opinion to your question. So great job. Great segment because everyone has the opportunity to share their views. Now, as table topic master, you're wearing another hat. Great job because you still maintain that energy when you first assume your hat, the Sergeant at Arms, and then you continue that energy when you're the TMOD or Toastmaster of the Day, and again when you're the table topic master. So it's really challenging and difficult to wear different hats, and at the same time maintaining that kind of energy and your flow. So great job on that. You agitated when you said this one. Should I give the question or should I pick the speaker? I think make the executive decision. When you're the table topic master, I think it's either you give the question at once and call the person or the speaker, or avoid that agitation, okay? Agitation. So don't, I'd rather suggest since this is a marathon table topic, I'd rather suggest for the future, if you will still do the table topic master, give the question first and then pick the speaker. In that way, you maintain that element of surprise, right? Everybody will think. So let's say you give the question number 1 and all of us here, 6 of us will think. Rather than when you pick the speaker before the question, then probably the others will, oh, that question is not for me. So you will take it lightly, right? So give that element of surprise. So I always suggest that have that executive decision. Don't ask, do you want me to pick the speaker or should I give the question first? Between the two, I'd rather give the question because I want everybody to think on their feet, right? So that's the purpose of table topic actually, is because the purpose of table topic is, right, listening. You listen to the question. Now, if you give that particular question, let's say to Toastmaster Gaurav, then probably DTM Raj or our guest Ashok will no longer listen to that question. And in that way, you defeat the purpose of that, improving that listening skill, right? And everybody will not listen because they will not take it lightly. Having said that, great job. I love all your questions. I honestly like a copy of your questions if possible, because I know that I can use that in the future. I can use that here in Canada. I would like to say thank you to all our participants and speakers for tonight. Amazing answers and responses. Great job. Different perspective. I learn when I listen to different people with different perspectives. So thank you very much for sharing all your views. Also, I would like to say thank you to our tag team, Timer, of course, Toastmaster Gaurav, very detailed, and to Toastmaster Satya for doing 2 roles, grammarian and counter. And thank you for that. We call it the gems in germs, right? The gem, you provided the good use and you also provided feedback, the incorrect pronunciation, incorrect grammar, which is something that we need to improve more. Remember, we're not chasing perfection here when it comes to grammar and pronunciation. We are chasing progress, and because the importance of the role of grammarian and accounter is to give that feedback so that we will improve, and that's progress. Tonight, as a general evaluator, I learned something new. I forgot to ask and give opportunity to Toastmaster Satya to ask him the word of the day. But with his own initiative, he put the word of the day in the chat. So great job. So I learned something new too. So I'm not only evaluating the overall meeting, but I'm also doing evaluation to myself. And again, that's chasing progress rather than chasing perfection. Overall, the meeting is great. Tonight, I can say we're tiny, but we are mighty. I will now give control to our Toastmaster of the day, who did a great job tonight. Toastmaster Tanisha, over to you.
So thank you so much, DTM1, for wonderful journal evaluation. And so lastly, so this is not the end. As we wrap up today's session, I want you to leave you with one last thought. Progress, not perfection. We often get caught up in the idea, but we need to have everything figured out before we have to take the first step. But remember, it's okay to be imperfect. It's okay to be stumble, make mistakes, and not to have all the right answers. Am I right? So here's the fun part. If we all focus on progress, think of how much we could achieve. We would be like a people constantly improving, helping each other, and cheering each other on. So, here is my challenge to all of you: take one step today, no matter how small, toward your goal. Watch where it takes you. Perfection can't wait, but progress, it's always waiting for you. So, thank you for being here for today, and let's keep progressing together. And now, let's give a big round of applause and welcome the presiding officer, Toastmaster Gaurav, who will bring today's meeting to a perfect close in his own signature way. So, Toastmaster Gaurav, the stage is all yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster Tanisha. And frankly, when we were starting the meeting, I had my full doubts that we will be concluding the meeting by 9:30 or we'll be closing it before. But I think we could did a great job. We did a great validation in terms of the improvement that we want within ourselves for this 90 minutes. So that was a great thing that we were able to utilize each and every minute in a very addictive way. Great meeting, really awesome. With this, I would like DTM Srikanth, can you just share your thoughts? Like, what are your thoughts for today's meeting and where we can improve? Uh,
Thank you very much. As always, Chalk and Duster never failed to impress me by the quality of the meeting. It was a wonderful meeting, and the TMOD's role was very well handled by Tanisha. And of course, General Evaluator had a very comprehensive evaluation. The tag team, and I can see Ashok Chowdhury and my good friend Raj Bharat. Everybody put together. The meeting was absolutely amazing, and what a perfect way to start a Sunday morning tomorrow. So, a lot of fond memories and a lot of takeaways I've got. The questions that were asked were all thought provoking, and it was a well organized, and the effort by each and every one of you has been very significant and very amazing. I truly appreciate, and I'm looking forward to be with you again, maybe the next week or sometime later. Until then, take care. This is a very happy weekend for each and every one of you from my hometown, Kerala. Back to you, presiding officer.
Thank you, DTM Srikanth. And really, I am feeling a bit envy because you are there at 21 degrees centigrade and we are suffering in the cold in the north. So, best of luck. enjoy,
Thank you.
enjoy, enjoy
So,
your weekend.
Gaurav, sorry to interrupt you in between the meeting. So, can I take
Yeah, Tanisha.
the group selfie or group photograph?
Huh, sure. I request everybody if you can switch on your camera so we can take a group photograph. In the meantime, guest Ashok, can you share your thoughts for today's meeting? Did you have any validation for today's meeting?
Yeah, really, this meeting was amazing, and all the role players and they took the role at 11 hour, and it was very appreciating and very challenging. But you all guys are ready to take challenges and fulfill the role with great enthusiasm, and it is very inspiring and motivating all of us, and I really enjoyed a lot. And I think that it is very good time for me that the Sunday will be the great day, because I learned a lot of things from all of the role players and speakers and evaluators and Toastmaster of the day, Tanisha. You did a great job, and all the members, they did great job. And this is the platform where we can learn together, grow together, and achieve together. Over to you.
Thank you, guest Ashok, for their lovely thoughts. DTM Raj, I think Vaughn must be doubting that in India the temperature is below minus 20 degrees centigrade. But yeah, but it is good that you are prepared for the cold, because there is a forecast that for next 2 days it will be going to be severely cold here in India. But DTM Raj, your thoughts for today's meeting?
It is always a great pleasure to see every one of you And I really feel very happy every time once I become part of this meeting. And when it is very common, very fortunate, we listen beautiful thoughts on each and every topic which we share among each other. And we really feel very good to listen beautiful thoughts by everyone. So I feel very happy. Gaurav.
Thank you, DTM Raj. Tanisha, are we having the polling?
Sorry.
Are we having the polling
So
for the table topics?
still don't have any time, so it's time to
Okay,
wrap
fair
up the
enough, fair enough.
meeting.
Okay, thank you. I think but that was a great attempt on the table topics by everybody. So I request everybody to just pack their bags, and they did a good job for all those difficult questions. What Tanisha, Tanisha has fired us on us, on all of us. So with this, I think we are on top of our the time. So I officially close this meeting number 170 for the Chalk and Duster Club uh, closed. TMOD to Toastmaster Tanisha, you can switch off the recording and then we can connect for the networking. Thank you, everybody.